Welcome to the Dabble Den with your hosts, Tori Snyder, Dan Brown, and Danny Castro. You're back in the Dabble Den. This one's going to be a movie media episode where we're going to tell you guys some release dates of some awesome stuff coming out that you should check out. I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to Dan to get us started.
So one of the things I've been enjoying on TV lately is a lot of the childhood games that I used to play as kids that are now becoming TV shows. We had The Floor is Lava come out, and now we have Dodgeball Thunderdome coming out on Discovery, right? Dodgeball, Thunderdome. I mean, the title sells itself. This is going to be great. Watching just grown adults spear each other with dodgeballs all day, I think it's going to be amazing.
So, as a semi-professional dodgeball player that I've played in two separate church leagues, I might say, I'm super excited for this. Back in my, elite athlete days, but no, this one looks cool. I mean, yeah, Dodgeball and Thunderdome. I mean, if Tina Turner's on it, I'm 1,000% in.
Yeah, it sounds so dangerous.
Which is why it'll sell.
No, Dodgeball is amazing. I loved Dodgeball growing up, and I was actually talking to somebody recently about Dodgeball and how they changed the rules for growing up. It's much different now than it was when we were growing up. But now the Thunderdome is in the mix. It reinvigorates my love and passion for Dodgeball. So I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah. And it's August 19th is when it's going to drop on Discovery.
Let's go now.
This is going to be awesome. Well, you got to get you got to have time to prep, Danny.
All right.
We're close.
Sam, what do you got for us this week?
So speaking of childhood memories, we are looking at High Score, which actually is a documentary about all the different arcade games and video games and just how they kind of grew us all up. They take the course of 6 episodes, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure if they're all dropping at once or if they're going to do like weekly. I think Netflix usually does them all in one go.
Yeah.
But High Score is coming out on Netflix. They go into like the creating of all these things between Nintendo and Sega and home consoles, I think, and those early games, as well as like arcade games that you could go in there and play at the arcade, which is pretty awesome. And I mean, let's be real, even I, who was not into gaming, I always went into the arcade at CC's and, all these other restaurants. And was like, I wonder if I could try and play, Mortal Kombat.
Gotta push them buttons. I am super psyched for this. So, it's in Netflix. So if you guys haven't checked out The Toys That Made Us, they did an amazing job on that series. And, I think it's, there's some of the same folks. So I'm super excited. I spent many a quarter in the arcade, dropped my allowance, and then my mom would drop me off somewhere, and then she'd say, "Don't spend all your money on video games," and then show up, and every name on that arcade game was TKS, baby, TKS.
Well, the next thing we have is something called Sleepover. It's a family comedy that follows 2 siblings who have found out that their mom was actually a thief who went into witness protection. Apparently, her husband didn't even know that she used to be a thief, but she gets brought in for one last job, and then they have to kind of go and help her or rescue her. It sounds more like she was probably blackmailed into this last job, but they take it upon themselves to help their mom out. It's a comedy, and it is supposed to be very family friendly. It's supposed to inspire some of these teenagers and pre-teenagers into watching a little more of these comedy movies. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I mean, it might actually be something that I bring up with my kids rather than trying to watch an adult thing.
You can never run away from your past. It will always find you for one more job.
Plus, new movies, we're all desperate for new movies. So, a new one on Netflix is going to be great. Absolutely. So, that's a good transition to Danny, what non-family friendly thing you got for us?
All right, so I got Hoops. So if you know what Hoops is, it's an animated show. I'm telling you, it's an animated show. Jake Johnson from New Girls. If you watch New Girls, he's known for being Nick on New Girls. But this one, animated, potty mouth. I just don't know. It's going to be amazing. It's just up my alley. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know it's related to basketball, coaching, and dirty jokes.
Hoops saw the panel for it on the San Diego Comic-Con panel.
It was one of the first ones that I saw, in the morning.
Yeah, looks super funny. Yeah, definitely not family-friendly fare. I think he's like lost his, his wife's left him. His team is horrible. He, doesn't think any of it's his fault. Yeah, it looks super funny.
The only thing you need to know, go look up an image of this. If you haven't seen it, it's him laid across a desk with all naked with a basketball covering his bits. That's what you're in store for.
You need to know.
What else you got for us, Danny?
I have Unhinged. So, living in the COVID world, you're very high strung, high stress, and sometimes somebody cuts you off and you just have to go nuts. And who better to portray this as Russell Crowe? I feel like I wouldn't want to cross Russell Crowe going nuts on a road rage incident, and that's why he's cast perfectly in Unhinged. This is what it's about. So apparently a lady does something to him while he's driving, having a sweet merry time, and madness ensues.
It looks good, and especially that was at the theaters. So, I think that's one of the first coming back to the theaters wide releases. So, hopefully, we're on the other side of the theater stuff. But it reminds me a lot of, I don't remember the movie in the 90s where the guy loses his job and then what was it? He got in an argument with a guy and takes his bat and then stops a robbery and turns his bat into it, and then at the end he's fighting a white supremacist with a bazooka or something like that. I remember that movie.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember the name, but I do remember that. Just kind of reminiscent of that. Yeah. Well, like you mentioned, it's going to be released in the movie theaters, and the only thing I worry about is depending on where you live, you may not be able to see it when it's released. So you may have to avoid spoilers for a little while if your area is not open yet for theater movie watching.
I have a feeling I haven't seen I don't think there's too many wide releases, so it'll probably be in the theaters for a while. But that transitions me. So I'm not going to go see Unhinged at the theater. I'll just be honest. I am on the same day, August 21st. I've already checked. It is playing at some local theaters, but Train to Busan presents Peninsula is on limited release on August 21st at theaters. I checked the schedule. There's 2 theaters in San Antonio that are playing it. I will be there opening night. I love Train to Busan. That is probably it might be my favorite zombie movie. 28 Days Later held that for a long time. Train to Busan, if you guys haven't seen it, is a Korean zombie movie on a subway train, but somehow, even watching subtitles, the character development they do is insane. You truly get to love and hate some of these characters in this horror zombie movie, and they're quick zombies, and then it's unbelievable. Have you guys? Am I the only one super, super excited for this sequel to Train to Busan?
I mean, I'm getting more excited about it now. You're talking about it.
I don't know if it's going to be better than Train to Busan, and I'll tell you why. My favorite villain is from Train to Busan. The guy, that spineless, businessman guy.
Yeah.
I loved hating him, and he didn't make it. I'm sorry. Spoilers if you haven't watched the first one. He didn't make it. But how can you recreate somebody like I feel like it's going to be just some bad A type of guy that's going to try to run the military part of it. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's kind of the transition, that 28 days from days to weeks. That was kind of the transition of the bad guy, got bigger and like military themed. So it might be that way, but I'm telling you, I tell people all the time, if they don't like Korean movies or stuff like that, I'm telling them this is the one you got to watch. And in the beginning, the whole like cheerleader and baseball team, you get sick of pretty quick, but then you really grow to like these characters. Like protecting the little girl, and then you hate that businessman. I mean, you hate the businessman. Like,
he's one of my favorite villains, antagonists.
Yeah,
so I'm super pumped for this. So Dan, Sam, you guys, I'm taking it you haven't seen Train to Busan, huh?
I've not. Well, Sam won't watch zombie movies, so that's pretty much out for her. But I may be sitting alone in a theater, or I may have to call Moose.
Call Moose.
See if we can get a showing going. I'm out to check, see if it's going in my area.
I cannot. It would have been one of my gyms, but I almost didn't put it on a gym earlier because I felt like everybody knows about Train to Busan. It's been on Netflix. It's like, it made their top 10 list for a while when it got, dropped to Netflix. So great. I'm super excited for this movie. August 21st. Hopefully it's in your area. If not, it's limited release. It's going to go wider release a little bit later. So make sure and check it out.
Sam, it's not a zombie movie. It's about survival in a COVID world.
Oh my gosh.
That's
no true word.
They are quick, and they'll get you. And they turn quick. It's one of those ones that like kind of World War Z where they turn quick. And so like it's not that old walking around the mall or even Walking Dead where you can bump through them and no, not these ones. You're not getting through.
Yeah, you're going to need some place to just run away and just relax. And that's what I have for you next. Love Island, season 2. It's on CBS. If you like reality show, I love reality show. I'm not a huge fan of Love Island, but hey, it's going to give me an excuse to talk about my true love and passion, which I completely missed out talking to you guys about. Big Brother is back. Big Brother, All Stars. Thank you. Sorry, Love Island. I just used you as a transition. If you guys are Love Island fans, I'm so sorry. Season 2 is on. But Big Brother is back. All Star season. I'm on Team Nicole. If you guys know Big Brother, I'm a Nicole fan, so she's gonna take it.
So I cut the cable a couple weeks ago for our streaming episode. I did not know Big Brother was back.
Oh yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen. I was saying, you know what? If any reality show is can happen, it's probably Big Brother. I mean, you're going to be isolated in a house for so long. So they did a really good job. They did the 14-day isolation or maybe more, and then put them all into the house, and it's up and running. I think this is going to be the 3rd or 4th week that it's showing.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't know if the new stuff will be dropping on CBS All Access, but I mean, I know they have all the old stuff on there.
Oh, All Access live streams. Okay, so you guys were like, okay, let's go do the Picard or the Lower Decks, and I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm signed up. Live stream. It's one of my favorite things to go ahead and do and just have in the background. I'm not lonely anymore. I have the Big Brother house in other rooms with me. Big Brother, do it. Just do it. CBS All Access, beautiful product when Big Brother is on. And yeah, you can watch everything else while that too.
So it's an all-star season?
Yes, it's all-star season.
I gotta go back. I'm gonna have to tell my wife. We're gonna have to check that out.
One of your favorites or least favorite people will be in the house again.
Oh, nice. What was the guy?
Love Island.
Was it Paul, the beard and the bro guy? Is Paul back?
No, he's not.
All right. And Nicole is a country girl, right?
Yes.
Country girl. All right.
There's 2 Nicoles. I love both Nicoles, actually. The one was a winner. One was like, I think she won. She was in 3rd place. If either Nicole wins, I'm okay with.
I'll have to check that out. So Love Island. Got it.
Yeah, Love Island. You're on an island. You're half naked, getting nice sun, away from zombies, away from COVID. You're love.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that right now.
All right, guys. Well, I think that wraps us up for the week. I appreciate you guys joining us in the Dabble Den. So that was some shows that, well, like Big Brother that we actually missed, and some shows that are coming out over the next week that you need to mark on your calendar, set your DVR up, or get ready. Or I will see you at the theaters if you're in San Antonio at the Paladin on the 21st.
Yeah. Everything this week, everything we talked about drops this week. Just go ahead and check Discovery, Netflix, your theaters, CBS.
Well, Sam, Dan, Danny, thanks for joining us again. And then for all you checking us out, appreciate you joining us in the den. Like, subscribe, share. Check us out on social media. You guys have a good week. We'll see you next time. We're out.
You guys.